Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Interpersonal Clinic. I'm the host today. I'm Ziqing, and today we are here to explore how different personalities in communication communicate in their daily life. Today we have four special guests who will help us to break down the magic and the chaos of the interpersonal communication. Let me introduce them. The first one is Julia. She is an overthinker. Next is Gide. She is a non-verbal communicator. Then Kisa. She is a blunt speaker. Lastly is our psychologist, Dr. Aisha. To start things off, I want to ask each of you, what does interpersonal communication means to you?
Oh, okay. Wait. Interpersonal communication is when two or more people communicate, but also like when you talk, you have to make sure that people don't misunderstand you. And then you start overthinking, what if they did misunderstand you? And then they think that you're rude or annoying.
As your life definition, not a life story.
Wait, and actually, this is actually a perfect example of perception and emotional interpretation during communication. So basically, what she said is Julia is an overthinker, and that's basically how she interprets the communication.
Well, thank you for an amazing start. Now let us focus on type of interpersonal communication. Let's begin with a verbal communication. Kisa, you represent as a direct verbal style, and how does that affect your daily interactions?
I think verbal communication is like you need to say things straight and you need to not address all the long paragraph so that you just stop it short. Yeah.
Okay, actually, and that blindness, or we say in Malay that orang bercakap tanpa insurance or cakap mulut laser, and then blindness is actually a verbal communication with low context and is effective, but if the receiver is sensitive or interprets the tone that it differently, it will result in conflict.
Just now, Dr. Aisha has mentioned that sensitively. So, Julia, how does interpersonal communication looks from the overthinker's perspective?
Oh, it's so scary. Like when someone replies okay, does it mean that it's angry okay? Is it busy okay? Or are they annoyed okay? Are they planning to cut me off? Did I do something wrong and should I apologize?
Alright, and great timing. What our GT did just now is a non-verbal communication, which she passed Julia. Okay, so non-verbal cues such as your facial expression, your posture, your tone in your message, and your eye contact actually makes up a huge part of your interpersonal communication, often more than what is spoken. So, I will give you an example. Let's say your boyfriend said like this, I love you. Would you believe this? Would you? Do you believe him or not? Okay, so you guys say no. So basically, what he does is a non-verbal, which means he doesn't even look at you. So that is a non-verbal cues. And when non-verbal contradicts the verbal, people usually believe the non-verbal cues, which means maybe he doesn't love you that much.
Okay, well, the non-verbal communication looks so interesting. Now let us move on to the barriers in interpersonal communication. Julia, do you have any example?
Oh, yes, a lot. Misinterpretation, anxiety, thinking someone hates you because they type too fast, thinking too much before replying so the conversation dies off. Definitely happened to me before. Accidentally leaving someone on red because you panicked. Yeah.
Alright, so GK, I want to ask you, do you think that Julia is being sensitive?
For me, I express a lot through expression. So for me, probably it is.
Okay, so when you express your truth, your body language, what people usually say about you?
Most people think I'm mad or I'm just annoyed, but it's not. I believe non-verbal is more accurate than using your own words. So that's my opinion.
Alright, so when she said that most people would think that she's mad or annoyed, and that is actually a barrier in interpersonal communication. So, basically, the barrier, which means that here in interpersonal communication, we have a lot of things which are verbal communication, which is through words, and then we have paralinguistic cues, which is through tone of your message, your speed of your message, and emotions. And lastly is nonverbal communication, which is through body language, eye contact, and gestures, which is what GT actually emphasized on. So instead of people saying that she's annoyed and she's mad, people should actually not assume of what she's feeling right there. People should clarify first instead of assuming. Right. Back to the host.
Thank you for Dr. Aisha. That's very relatable. I think most of the non-verbal communicator will feel same with today. Say that. Now let's move on to the last segment is how to improve the interpersonal communication. Dr. Aisha.
Alright, so based on what I say, so firstly, for practical tips on how to improve your interpersonal communication, which is actually a huge problem within university students because we actually communicate with a lot of people through group assignments, club, organization. So here's the thing. First, be aware of your tone and wording so people don't assume and misinterpret it. Second, you need to clarify instead of assuming about people interpretation. And three, match your verbal and non-verbal cues. If you're happy about it, you say it with a happy face. If you're mad about it, you say it with a mad face. And then four, use active listening. So when people are talking to you, you need to listen and respond. And lastly, adjust your communication style depends on the person you are talking to. Because not everyone communicates same with how you communicate with other people. That's all from me.
Thank you, Dr. Aisha. Before we close, let's have each of you give a piece of advice to the audience.
Right. For me as a psychologist, I would say balance your honesty with empathy. So if you want to say something honest, say it with thinking. Be mindful of what are you saying to other people.
For me as a blind speaker, just say things straight because humans cannot read their minds.
But think carefully before saying it as an overthinker.
As a non-verbal communicator, I believe observe beyond words.
Thank you for your advice. And that's the conclusion of the interpersonal clinic. Thank you for joining us, and we hope all of you can learn how different communication styles can create both challenging and connection in our daily life. Thank you.